What's going on, everyone? TJ Fitness News Reviews, and together with me, Performax Labs HyperMax Extreme. Listen, people, as you recall, the original HyperMax is one of my favorite pre-workouts out there just because of the combination of clean energy, focus, and mood elevation. But Performax Labs decided this is not enough for you steam junkies. So they decide to go with an extreme version, so listen. I'm going to take you through the differences and what they actually change and what makes this thing extreme. Surprisingly enough, some of you are actually going to find this a bit less extreme in some aspects. That is good news for a lot of you guys. And then I'm going to share with my personal experience. I have the beta version here. Even though the product actually launched like a couple of days ago, I used the beta version. I'm going to share with you my personal experience. And then right towards the end of the video, as always, I'm going to tell you what's different about this one compared to the original, and who should care, should you care, who should use it. Let's get right into it. Performax Labs, generally speaking, really like the company. You know, solid, no fuss, no mess, just delivering high quality products. And I reviewed here recently on the Amino Max, their intro workout product, which I really liked. And then I reviewed the reformulated version of the HyperMax about 4 or 5 months ago maybe, and the real reformulation was mostly flavor. And the original HyperMax a year ago got into my top 5 steam junkie pre-workouts. So there you go. So I really like this one, really like what this one brought to the table. But Performax Labs decided that we steam junkies need an extreme version. And there's a couple of differences here, and you're going to see what the extreme actually means here. But then they really enhanced a couple of areas here around mostly pump area, which you're going to see in a second, and they added stimulants. But they did remove, or at least slow down, one of the stimulants that some of you guys will be really happy to learn that they did that. So listen, so Performax Labs HyperMax Extreme. What it does mostly, if you compare the labels between these two, and I'm going to try and put both of them up here, you're going to see that the difference in the pump formula, there's a difference in the pump formula, mostly that they added Vaso 6. And I know a lot of you guys just love Vaso 6 from a pump and vascularity perspective, and when combined with the 6 grams of citrulline malate and the agmatine, it really delivers on the promise. So let's go into the label and the differences. So the first difference you're going to see is that the extreme version actually comes in a 20 and 40 servings, basically 1 scoop, 2 scoops, and the 2 scoops is obviously for you steam junkies who want to go all the way. That's where you should be aiming. The original version had 25 servings of the full scoop. Anyway, the biggest differences that you can see with the HyperMax Extreme is on the pump formula, and you can see that they added Vaso 6. In the two scoops is 300 milligrams, which is the clinical dose. Listen, people, you love Vaso 6. I like Vaso 6. I really like it when it comes together with citrulline malate and agmatine, like in this combination, and that is a very welcomed addition to the pump formula here. They also added betaine anhydrous, which wasn't in the original version. It's also going to help with protein synthesis, and it's also going to help with endurance and power output. Then 3.2 grams of beta-alanine was there. The other difference is that this original one had 400 milligrams of PA plus 200 milligrams of Genesis, which was crazy as is. And this is why everyone that used this really liked the focus and the mood elevation elements. There's 250 milligrams of Genesis here. Yeah, so 650 milligrams total of PEAs. Yeah. Anyway, the other addition here is that they increased the amount of hordenin here from 50 milligrams to 60 milligrams over the 2 scoops. So that's going to help combined with caffeine and the Genesis and the PEA. This works really well for focus. I just love hordenin. 50 milligrams was enough. They just upped it to 60 milligrams. Then you can see that they upped the amount of synephrine also from 50 to 60 milligrams on the 2 scoops. But listen to this, they actually reduced the amount of alpha-yohimbine from 3 milligrams to 2 milligrams in the 2 scoops, which I know for some of you people is really good news. Really good news. And then to round up the extreme part, 325 milligrams of caffeine, 400 milligrams of caffeine with the new extreme version for the 2 scoops. So listen guys, generally speaking, when you look at this and you say, hey, this was a great pre-workout, as I said several times, totally loved it. And they just upped the steam package and improved the pump package. How can you go wrong with that? So let's start with the flavor, because this is the piece we care about less. And this one is the Raz Lemonade. I know they're coming out with another flavor. I actually really like the orange mango on the new flavor. I really liked it. I actually think the HyperMax Orange Mango is better than the Raspberry Lemonade. This is an okay flavor. Again, with flavors, with pre-workouts, definitely with Steam Junkie pre-workouts, all we care about is that it doesn't suck. This one definitely doesn't suck. I do think that the Orange Mango and the original one was better, but this is okay, so who cares? Chug it in and go work out. Let's start with the easy part. The pumps are definitely better. And the pump formula is just great, and I really like the pump formula experience. So if you tried HyperMax and said, hey, I could use more Vaso 6, there you go, you just got it. As far as the actual energy and focus experience, so let me tell you, I actually tried this originally with the 2 scoops to just see how it feels different. So first thing right out of the gate, definitely hits harder. So the ones that use HyperMax, the original one, said, hey, I just wish this would hit harder. I just need more steams because you guys are totally steam junkies and you really want that fast energy kick. Then this definitely delivers. You're gonna get, the energy kick is definitely stronger at the beginning. Now, what I will say is that the focus and the mood elevation elements are definitely there. So you're gonna get more energy with the same amount of focus and mood elevation. I didn't feel more mood elevation and focus compared to the HyperMax, but honestly, I think the original HyperMax is already as good as it gets. So I didn't even look for it. As far as the energy kick, definitely hits harder. Interestingly enough, for me personally, even though you know I'm a steam junkie, I drink Assassin for breakfast. But for me, sometimes, in some cases, the energy kick was almost too hard, too strong, that it covered up, or at least, eliminated some of the elements that I really liked in the focus and mood elevation. So what I've done in some of my workouts, when I didn't want to go completely crazy, right? Let's say not leg day. What I did is actually went with a scoop and 3/4 of a scoop. So that brings it to about the amounts, like the amounts of the caffeine and the ariogenesis and the PAs. Basically, when you run them up all together, brings it very close to the original HyperMax. When I did do 1 3/4 of a scoop, I basically got this with a bit more pumps. When I went 2 scoops, I got this with a big kick in my ass. And I know some of you tried this and said, wow, this is great, this is an amazing pre-workout, but I do want it to hit me harder in some cases, go to scoops. If you want to go back to the original HyperMax feeling of that super clean energy, not like that steam junkie rage energy, but clean mood elevation, play with this. Play with a scoop and 3/4, maybe for some of you a scoop and a half, up to 2 scoops, full 2 scoops. You're gonna feel the difference. With the 2 scoops, it just hits you so hard. If you can handle it, then you're gonna feel HyperMax, but extreme. It hits you hard, so you can't focus on the focus. But if you actually wanna go hard, go 2 scoops, and if you can handle it, then you're gonna feel the whole thing. The other piece I wanna tell you is that some of you guys felt very sensitive to the 3 milligrams of alpha yo here. And for the people that can't handle alpha yo, 3 milligrams is definitely on the high end. What they've done here is 2 milligrams of alpha yo, so definitely gonna feel it less. Way less of the side effects of the cold chills and the cold sweats, way less. And at a scoop and 3/4, like I said, which brings it back to this one, you're actually gonna get like about 1.7 milligrams of alpha yo, which is, to a lot of you people, is gonna make HyperMax a very available, or let's say relevant pre-workout, even though because you couldn't handle it before when it was with the 3 milligrams of alpha yo. So overall, people, if you liked HyperMax, and I totally loved HyperMax, the original version or the reformulated version with the flavor, which I'm telling you, it's still like, I still go to this one when I want to get in the zone and when I want to get that good mood elevation and clean energy. I still go to this one. If you like this one and you want to go a bit more extreme, go 2 scoops with this. If you buy this one and you want to feel like this one, exactly like this one, just go 1 3/4 of a scoop. So overall, I think Performax Labs delivered on the extreme version. More pumps, more energy, same focus and mood elevation. Definitely, if you can handle the energy kick here, if you can, just go 1 3/4 of a scoop. There you go, people. As far as where you can buy it, at the launch date, it's available through, I think, Natural Body Inc. Anyway, I'm gonna link in the description below where you can find it, and then in just a few days, it's gonna be available all over. And I'm gonna link to the price comparison page on Fitness Deal News so you can compare prices and see deals from all over the web, because we don't sell anything, we just help you save money. By the way, there is a launch price. It's going to be available for probably like 2 or 3 days from this review is recorded. So I'm going to link to that below anyway. Listen, people, this video was helpful in your HyperMax Extreme decision-making process, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel to see more reviews like this, because this is what we do here. We find the stuff, we try it, and we tell you exactly what to expect. We don't bullshit here. These are not sponsored reviews. We don't sponsor shit. Listen, if you want to save money, you know where to go.